What's going on, guys? Taking a look at the US30. So we had this rally and the last break here below this kind of support line. We hit the low here. Last low was June 21, so pretty much half a year ago. And now rally to the resistance line here, which is kind of this area here. So pretty much around here. So if we add another indicator here, the CCI, maybe if we check the weekly here, a bit of a bearish divergence. This is what led to the move to the downside. Now the question here is, since obviously we are talking about indices, once we talk about the US30, and that means that the trend usually is up ever since the beginning of the US30. But now the question is, since this is a kind of divergence, if this is a retest here, that will lead to a lower move here once again, since again the indices usually tend to go higher. And what we see here again, or as well, is kind of a channel as well. So possibility one is break to a higher high, or getting rejected here and go lower because of this divergence on the weekly. Now if we go down to the daily, pretty much here now within the yellow zone, which acts as a resistance line here, downtrend. So here lower lows, lower highs, here this consolidation movement now broke above it with this candlestick and now heading higher. But here on the forward chart, not really higher highs, higher lows, because the structure here is really narrow. So we should go down to the 1 hour chart. So here somewhere along these lines is the, so here somewhere was the resistance zone. So here we can see the kind of break, and here a bit of a higher high, higher low pattern along maybe this trend line. But initially, if we zoom out a bit, so here somewhere is a trend line that we broke above. So now the trend is changing for a bit, but the question is whether we will go here to this high or actually get rejected here somewhere along these lines and here head lower once again. So if you go down to the 30-minute chart, so here the 30-minute chart again, so here we are seeing this trend with high highs, high lows, and here the CCI is pretty low, which means we could see another push here. Here would be the trend line. So pretty much along the trend line we could see another push. 50-minute chart as well. So basically what that means is we always see kind of a consolidation move before going higher, or kind of a triangle wedge, whatever. Again here, sometimes we push a little bit lower just to trigger some stop losses. But what I'm looking for here is again some kind of move like this one, and then break above this line with maybe a retest like we saw here, which is usually just one candlestick, which could then turn out to be one on the 5-minute or here, or the 1-minute chart. Here again kind of a smaller retest. So this is what I'm looking for here again. So for now the trend is up, but we might only see a slight movement to the upside, before going lower. So this was the US30. Now checking the S&P 500. S&P 5. I hope I can get it the first time. This one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it should be this one. So again, here we saw a similar move, break to new lows, pretty much this area here. And now again going for the retest somewhere at this line. So here again, probably if we check the weekly, we saw probably here some kind of, yeah, here this small, what's going on? This small bearish divergence, and we went lower. So the question is again, will we get rejected here or move up to the upside again? Since here also is the cross of the trend line and the resistance line, so chances are rejection is going to be here. But again, we can always break out, since again the indices tend to go higher, as you can see here. Ever since the beginning of the market, we just go higher. Sometimes, of course, we pull lower because the uptrend is never in a straight line, but chances are that we will see a move to the upside here again. So zooming in a little bit, here the daily, let's check the forward chart quickly. So here is somewhere the area which is probably this one. So we still could go a little bit higher, since we are now here, which is not really this kind of important line. This one here, we saw here a little bit of a move with this candlestick, here one, and here. So I usually like to take zones, because one line is not enough most of the times. So here again, usually at this green line, we see sometimes this kind of movement where we just go, or this one where we stick around for some time, or we see quickly jumps, as we saw here, with spaces in between. So same thing here, either this one or a bigger jump to maybe this line. But again, for now it looks like we will head a bit higher. Here again, similar movement to the US30, movement to the upside. So we should target some kind of area within here. 50-minute chart, pretty much the same here, this trend line. Although it is pretty, well, let's say not tradable, at least not that simple, because here on the 5-minute chart we could maybe look for breakouts with kind of channels. So here, if we find again here this triangle and then a big green candlestick, as we saw here, then this would be the breakout, and we could trade one here. Here pretty much the same. Here this green candlestick, and then we move higher. Here was smaller one again, and here a bit of a bigger candlestick. So if you're capable of finding, or if you want to trade on the 5-minute chart, here we could see some kind of similar movement. Maybe this one will look something like this and then break here. So for now, trend is a little bit to the upside. How far we can go, I don't know. Again, as I said, this is the resistance area somewhere along here, this whole part. So if we break out, we could then see a rally to here, or again we can see a rejection here somewhere. But for now we will go a little bit higher on the smaller time frames. So if this is your trading style, then you can go ahead for it. So now quickly checking the Nasdaq as well. Well, the problem is the Nasdaq doesn't show me at the moment the 3rd February. Maybe I can check another one. I think it's this one that I tried. Well, this is another one, but the original one I can't actually It doesn't show me the Fed February. I don't know what to do, to be honest. This one is again not working. Nasdaq stock. What is this one? This one we tried right now. This is the small one. I think this is the Nasdaq, but this one is the line, and yeah, we can try to work with this one, although I'm not a fan. But similar to the US30 and the S&P 500, so here the retest to this line. Basically, always it is kind of an area. So here pretty much the same. We could move higher to, well, obviously to here, and then to here. I'll see a rejection, but I can only show the daily here, but it looks like to be the similar case as with the US30. So somewhere on the smaller time frames we should be able to go a little bit higher, so maybe here, this green line, and then either see a rejection or a move to the upside. So I can't do anything about it because the Nasdaq at the moment isn't showing, so maybe I will find it later, but for now this should work. So thanks for watching.